there are over 550 million firearms in worldwide circulation. That's one firearm for every 12 people on the planet. The only question is, how do we arm the other 11? You are standing in a dusty warehouse in Eastern Europe. The air smells of old grease, cold steel, and opportunity. In front of you are wooden crates stacked to the ceiling. Inside them are 10,000 AK-47 assault rifles, untouched since the Cold War. To the government, this is obsolete scrap metal. To you, this is a retirement fund. You are not a soldier. You are not a politician. You are a logistics manager for the apocalypse. You are an international arms dealer. In the underground economy, drugs are a consumable product. A junkie buys heroin, uses it, and needs more. It's a recurring revenue model. But weapons? Weapons are durable goods. An AK-47 built in 1947 still kills perfectly today. It doesn't expire. It doesn't rot. It is the ultimate asset. But moving a kilo of cocaine is easy, you can hide it in a tire. Moving a shipping container full of surface-to-air missiles requires paperwork, bribes, and a level of geopolitical chess that would make a diplomat sweat. Welcome to the gray market. Let's make a deal. Your career didn't start in a dark alley. It likely started in the military or intelligence services. You speak 4 languages. You understand maritime law better than a lawyer. You know that the difference between illegal smuggling and government-sanctioned aid is often just one piece of paper. This piece of paper is your holy grail. It is called the End User Certificate, or EUC. Here is how the scam works. You have a client, let's say, a warlord in a sanctioned country in Africa or a cartel leader in South America. They have millions in cash, but they can't buy weapons legally because of UN embargoes. You, however, have connections. You find a corrupt general in a legitimate country, let's say, a small nation in the Balkans or Southeast Asia. You pay him $50,000 to sign an official document saying, "These 10,000 rifles are for our national police force." Ideally, you get a stamp. Stamps make everything look legal. With this end-user certificate, you go to a factory in Ukraine or Bulgaria. You buy the weapons legally. You charter a massive cargo plane, an old Soviet Antonov, piloted by Russians who don't ask questions as long as there is vodka and cash. The flight plan says the plane is going to the legitimate country. But mid-air, the pilot declares a technical emergency or simply changes course. The plane lands on a dirt strip in the jungle. The crates are unloaded. The diamonds or cash are loaded. The plane takes off. On paper, the weapons arrived at the police station. In reality, they are now in the hands of child soldiers. This is the magic of logistics. But let's talk about your inventory. You aren't just selling rifles. That's low-margin retail. The real money is in the force multipliers. Level 1 is small arms. Pistols, rifles, grenades. The profit margin is high, maybe 400%, but the volume is annoying. Level 2 is heavy systems. Anti-tank missiles, heavy machine guns, mortars. This is where you become a kingmaker. If a rebel group has rifles, they are a nuisance. If you sell them 20 Javelin missiles, they are now a government in waiting. Level 3 is the impossible. Attack helicopters. Radar systems. Tanks. Selling a tank is a nightmare. You can't put a tank in a suitcase. You need a ship. You need to reflag a vessel to a country like Panama or Liberia. You need to list the cargo as agricultural machinery or tractor parts. And you need to pray that the US Navy doesn't decide to do a random inspection. Your clients are a diverse group of psychopaths. First, you have the ideologues. These are the rebels, the freedom fighters, the terrorists. They pay with blood money, looted gold, or diamonds. They are dangerous to deal with because they are true believers. True believers are unpredictable. They might kill you just to make a statement. you prefer not to deal with them directly. You use a middleman. Second, you have the narcos. These are your favorite customers. They have liquid cash, US dollars, fresh and crisp. They don't care about ideology, they care about protecting their product. They want gold-plated Desert Eagles and military-grade body armor. They pay a premium for cool factor. You charge them double, and they thank you for it. Third, you have governments. Yes, governments. Sometimes the CIA or the FSB wants to arm a group in a foreign country but can't do it officially. So they call you. These are black operations. You are the deniable asset. If you succeed, you get rich. If you get caught, the government says, we have no idea who this man is. You rot in a foreign prison, and your handler deletes your file. Let's discuss the competition. You think your rivals are other criminals? No. The biggest arms dealers in the world are the 5 permanent members of the UN Security Council. The USA, Russia, China, France, and the UK. They sell billions of dollars of weapons legally every year. You are just picking up the crumbs they drop. But because you are small, you are agile. A government takes 6 months to approve a shipment. You can deliver in 48 hours. That is your value proposition. Speed. The lifestyle of an arms dealer is not like the movies. You don't walk around war zones in a suit. That's how you get shot. You live in a penthouse in Dubai, or a villa in Marbella, or a secure compound in Vienna. You live in neutral territory. Places where money talks and extradition treaties are weak. You spend your days on encrypted phones and secure messaging apps. You track shipping containers on marine radar websites. You manage a dozen shell companies registered in the British Virgin Islands. But the paranoia never leaves you. Every time your phone rings, your heart stops. Is it Interpol? Is it a rival dealer? Is it a client who thinks you ripped him off? There is a rule in this business: never get high on your own supply. This doesn't mean drugs. It means war. You must remain neutral. You don't care who wins. You sell bullets to the red side and bandages to the blue side. If peace breaks out, you go bankrupt. You are the only person in the world who watches the news and hopes for escalation. A peace treaty is a disaster for your quarterly earnings. The moral weight is something you learn to suppress. You tell yourself, if I don't sell it, someone else will. It's the oldest excuse in the book. You look at photos of a war zone, and you spot your merchandise. You see a burning truck and think, I sold them that RPG. You see a dead soldier and think, he was wearing my Kevlar. You detach the object from the action. To you, it's just units moved. Profit margins realized. Eventually, you reach the Lord of War stage. You have made enough money to buy an island. You want to get out. But the game doesn't let you retire easily. Your clients rely on you. Your suppliers rely on you. And the intelligence agencies that tacitly allow you to operate? They won't let their useful idiot walk away with all the secrets. You realize that you are not the master of the game. You are just another weapon. And like any weapon, once you are no longer useful, or if you become too dangerous, you will be decommissioned. One day, you are at a luxury hotel bar in Geneva. A man sits down next to you. He looks ordinary. He orders a water. He speaks your name quietly. He shows you a badge you wished you would never see. Or maybe it's not a badge. Maybe it's 2 guys on a motorcycle who pull up next to your limousine at a red light. The end of an arms dealer is rarely natural causes. You live by the sword, you die by the sword, or more accurately, you die by a drone strike or a polonium tea. But until that day comes, the phone keeps ringing. The world is getting angrier. Borders are burning. And everyone needs a supplier. You look at your reflection in the mirror. You adjust your tie. You pick up the phone. Yes, I can get you those mortars. But the price has gone up. It's a seller's market.